Howdy folks, High Value DMD here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 reasons not to go to dental school. Now, my first reason, I'm sure many of you have already thought about this when clicking on this video. It's student loans. Hey guys, let's face it. Dental school is the most expensive type of graduate professional education in the country. I just saw the other day, the University of Southern California, their first year tuition and fees are around $162,000. It's becoming very, very common for dental students to graduate with $500,000 in debt, if not pushing $600,000 in debt, or, definitely some schools you're going to be in $700,000 in debt. And you got to think, is that debt really worth it? There's going to be, A-type people who get out and graduate, who build a practice, who are going to make probably $400,000 a year. Those people are going to be able to pay off $500,000 of student loans. But the other people who are going to work, minimal 3-4 days a week at a corporate dental office, they shouldn't do this. This ain't for them. So that's student loans. It's difficult. You're going to be fighting against interest. That's a problem. So you all should definitely consider that before applying to dental school. The other reason why you should not go to dental school is saturation. Let's face it, there's more dental schools opening. Granted, there's a lot of dentistry that needs to be done. People need you as a dentist, but it's getting saturated out there, folks. Dentists are working longer. They're delaying retirement. There's more dental schools opening, more graduates. And you're not going to be able to go to work in Miami or Los Angeles or, I don't know, what's another, New York. You're not going to be able to go into these places and bang out as much money as you would like, because those are the desirable places to live. Me personally, I don't see why you would want to live in the middle of the city. That interests me very little. But that's where most of the young, hip folks want to go and practice, right? Because that'll get them what they think paid and get them that lifestyle they want. But it's so saturated, you're not going to make as much as you think. So you're going to have to really consider to going to a rural area, let's say like Oklahoma or Wyoming or rural Texas or Louisiana. Yeah. Some of you probably like, no, ew, why would I want to work there? There's no way I could work in a place like that. Yeah, well, grow up, to pay off those student loans, like I just said, you're going to have to get up, get your rear end up at 6:30 a.m., get to the office at 7 and produce for 8-9 hours, maybe 10 hours, and maybe work on a Saturday here and there. So, hey, it is what it is. Saturation is a problem. Next reason is insurance. So insurance reimbursements are, typically from what I've heard, they haven't been increasing. They've only been decreasing. So as many of you know, the economy right now, there's a lot of inflation, okay? Food is costing more. Rent is costing more, okay? I'm sure dental supplies are costing more. It's harder to get staff. You're going to have to pay staff more. So everything is increasing, but insurance reimbursements are decreasing, okay? If you have a business, that's a no-no, okay? You can't do that. You cannot be going backwards, because as soon as someone sits in your chair, that costs you money, okay? You got to be maximizing profit. Guys, it's a business, okay? You want to help people. I'm with you. I want to help people too, but it's a business. All right? So that's something to consider. There's a lot of dentists who aren't taking insurance at all. They can't afford to take insurance because they got to pay their bills. So that's something to consider. You may have to go in and be a cash only practice, or that's just a factor you need to talk to some experienced dentists about. My fourth reason is delayed gratification. This all echoes back to student loans. So if you have $500,000 student loans, you're going to have to live poor a little while. And some people are probably thinking, but I have to have my Starbucks. I have to have my guacamole toast. I can only show up to the office at 10 a.m. to work. I can't do earlier than that. Yeah, no, you're going to have to delay what you want, folks. You're not going to be able to graduate and go get, a 4,000 square foot home, a $1,200 payment on a brand new Beamer or Mercedes. You can't do that. You cannot afford to do that. So you're going to have to graduate dental school, say at 26, 27, 28, whatever your age is, when you start and when you finish, you're going to have to continue living poor. You're going to have to eat cheap. You're not going to be able to go out to eat a whole lot unless you just want to continue this cycle of being in debt. So you're going to have to delay things a lot more, whereas some of your friends that maybe they got a regular job, engineer or a corporate desk job making basic money. Engineers make more money, of course, but maybe they got that job at 22. I've got friends like that, and they're making a check. They're making a check. They're getting married. They're going on nice trips. You're just going to have to block that out, because you're going to have to put in your mind that you don't want to be average. Like another video I talked about, you don't want to be average, that you want to be different and to delay that gratification to get even more out of what you want. And so my last point, and this deals with, ties back to student loans, saturated areas, insurance, reimbursements declining, and delayed gratification. This journey is hard, folks. You've got to go to college, okay? You've got to run that race, jump through those hoops, and then you've got to apply for, successfully pay all the fees, application fees, fly to interviews, or maybe your interviews are online. You got to then get accepted to dental school, move. You got to go through dental school. It's 4 years. It's not as long as our medical school buddies, but bottom line, what I'm getting at, it's hard. Okay, dental school can be very hard. Depending on your academic background, it may be easier, but dental school is hard. It's mentally taxing. It's physically taxing. You're just getting hit with a lot of new information. Things are happening in your life. Maybe your grandparents are dying at that stage. Like different life things are happening in your mid-20s. So it's a hard path. It's not for everyone. You're in debt. You're living cheap. You're living in probably a junky apartment. So it's hard. And so I want everyone to see this video and consider these 5 things before applying to dental school, because it's not for everyone. And no, you didn't want to be a dentist since you were 5 years old. There's other careers out there that you could easily do. You don't have to do dentistry, okay? You don't have to do it. So anyway, that's my video. Let me know what you think. Comment, tell me you love this video. Tell me you hate this video. Let me earn your subscription. Like, comment, subscribe. So stay hustling.